cause I'm on one. Swinging for the fences for the home run. Even further beyond into the universe. But I've got to make it to first.
Don't forget to like, click, and subscribe, family. So, family, right now, we're in a time of uncertainty. We know that. We know what it is. We're going into a troubling, very troubling and scary times right now. However, this is not the time to panic. As we know, this is always the time to either act on your preparedness or prepare yourself for the next level. So, a lot of people are saying, oh man, I'm out of work. Oh man, I can't work as much as I want to or as I was. I'm stuck in the house. I'm stuck at home. The most important thing about trials, tribulations, the most important thing about, things that you have going on, and the most important thing about uncertainty is your viewpoint on them. You have to change the way you look at them. Look at the things that you're going through. So right now, this is a time that you should be really getting a game plan together, getting a strategy together. If you've been working on a business and you haven't had the time to work on a business, this is now the time that you start writing together or putting together your business plan. Start writing up your business plan. This is the time where if you've already created your business plan, to start looking at resources, because the time that we're in, this coronavirus time, is going to pass. We're gonna, resort back to a normal society. Lives are gonna be lost, and that's unfortunate. However, everyone that's watching this video is not gonna lose their life. Maybe no one watching this video will lose their life, but those that make it on the other side, you have to make sure that you have a plan in place so that way you don't get caught in the crosshairs again. So right now you should be, if you haven't been prepared, go get, all the things that you need to go get. Make you a list. If you need to go to the store, figure out things that you need to get from the store. But then once you get past those things that you need, start planning your future. You now have the time to do that. You now have the time to research maybe, what stocks are going to be going up so you can know what stocks to invest in, because right now the stock market is bottoming out, but it's going to go back up. So right now is a great time for you to take this extra time that you have to figure out what stocks are going to go back up. What stocks should I be investing in? So that way you could take money that you have or money that you're going to get and go and invest it. If you're trying to create a business, this is the opportunity for you to really sit down and write out your business plan, write out the direction that you want your life to go. If your job told you, okay, you're going to be back on the 6th of April. Okay, right now it's a great opportunity for you to get a plan, a mapping plan, and start mapping out your days, start mapping out your weeks, start planning so that way you can be proactive in your life and not reactive in your life. Things happen to us because we're so busy allowing others to live our life for us that we don't take control of the life that we have. So now's the opportunity for you to reset, take control of your life, and live every day how you want it to live. Everyone can't be, an entrepreneur. Everyone can't live on their own, but everyone can create the life that they want to live for themselves and not operate in fear. Right now, if you always wanted to, read more books, take this time to do more reading. Don't sit around watching TV all day. Like I was watching a broadcast, and they were saying that over in Europe, they're actually slowing down the rate at which Netflix is being broadcast because so many people are watching Netflix. That's an issue. We should have more people reading books. We should have more people doing self-educating. We should have more people taking courses. They offer tons of free courses online. You can go to iTunes U, and if you've always wanted to learn how to better manage your money, they have accounting courses. These are things that you could take and better yourself for free. You don't have to wait for someone else to do these things. So you have the opportunity now. And you don't want to look back and be like, man, I had all this free time when I was sitting at the house waiting for the coronavirus to pass. And what did I do with it? It's just like when someone gets a big lump sum of money. Most people get a big lump sum of money and blow through it, and then they're looking back years later like, what did I do with that money? Time is more valuable than money. Right now you have a big lump sum of time that you can take advantage of and invest it to better yourself and better your position. You don't want to look back on this opportunity and say, what was I doing with that time? Yeah, cool, I watched all of the Game of Thrones, or I watched all of The Walking Dead, or I watched all of All America. You watch all of these television shows, that's not going to make you any better. They're actually making you worse. They're dumbing you down. You're going to watch all these television shows and listen to all this music and do all these unfruitful and unproductive things when this is a great opportunity for you to take the time to start mapping out your future and how you want it to look. Start asking yourself questions. What do I want my life to look like? Start asking yourself questions. How do I want things structured? And then go and finding these answers out. If you're someone that's struggling financially right now, it would be, this opportunity is a great time for you to take it and figure out alternate streams of income. Some of us are working jobs where we're just making enough to get by. This is a great opportunity for you to figure out, can I create passive income? You have the time to do it now. You have the time to do anything that you want to do to better your future. But at the end of the day, no one can make you do it. You are the one that is in control of your future. So don't allow this time to scare you. Don't sit and watch the news. Yes, you want to be informed. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be informed. However, they only can say something new but for so long. So you shouldn't be sitting around watching your local news broadcast or the national news broadcasting stations repeat the same propaganda over and over and over again. The CDC updates every day at 12 noon. So from 12 noon to 1 p.m., cool, you watch, see what's going on, stay updated. After that, turn the TV off. After that, quit putting these things into your mind, because all you're going to do is sit around and allow yourself to be paralyzed with fear. Take this time to better yourself, because the future you is going to thank you for doing it. Take this time to read a book. One book that I might suggest that you all read is The Magic of Thinking Big. That's one book that I feel like is a great book to help you really reorganize and re-centralize your mindset. Because as we know, we can't do anything in the physical if we first haven't done it in our minds. So the greatest thing that you can do right now is reset your mind. So watch the news broadcast, see what the updates are about the coronavirus, see what the updates are about what they're doing. And then after that, do what you need to do, because you sitting around worrying, you sitting around being afraid, you sitting around operating in fear, it's not going to change anything. You're already in the circumstance now. So there are a lot of countries around the world who their exposure is very little, very minimal. Cool. Maybe you could have went to one of those countries before the outbreak happened, had you known better, but you don't, and you didn't. So you can't beat yourself up about it now. Only thing you could do is start preparing for a better future, because this too shall pass. Everything is going to pass. So you have to start educating yourself now on how to make better decisions and better choices and be more informed, better informed in the future. This is one thing that I stress to you. Prepare yourself right now for what you want in the future. Very simple. You have the time. A lot of us are going to get some type of assistance from the government, whether it be a loan, whether it be whatever it is. Figure out, a lot of us we're going to be short on bills. Okay, cool, you got to pay bills. But right now, you should be budgeting your money. You should be. You should be figuring out, hey, where can I make some adjustments at, so that way I don't need the government's money, even if I miss work for a month. Like I know it's hard, the society that we live in, because I know how the society is set up. But when you know the game, you have to be able to adjust to the rules of the game. You have to know the rules and then adjust to them. You can't sit around saying, woe is me. Oh, they got us living in, inflated with inflation, and the cost of wages, or the cost of living is high and our wages are low. Okay, that's the circumstance we in. What are you going to do to change it? Crying about it is not going to change it. But you have the opportunity now to figure out how can you adjust, pivot, and move forward, so that way you can overcome and defeat the game that you're in right now. That's it. Change your mindset. Figure out the solution. Don't harp on the problem. Figure out the solution. So right now you have to come up with solutions on how to better position yourself for the future. Very simple concept, people. Very simple concept. So when you get if you're one of those ones that are fortunate enough to have their budget in order, one of the ones that are on top of their finances, and the money that you're going to get from the government is the one that you need to pay bills. So what can I use this money to invest in? So then that way I can have even more. Well, now I can get ahead of the 8 ball. Now I can get ahead of the curve. You don't want to take the money and, oh, well, I'm caught up on my bills. Oh, I'm good. I don't need the money for my bills. Let me go blow it on fruitless things. Like, what can I do? Like, can I take this money and invest it in the stock market when the stock market is low? So that way, we got stocks that are extremely low right now. Walmart is down like 8%. These stocks are very low right now. So if you were going to invest $1,000 into these stocks, what would you get? Where would you be at in 5 years with that money? If stocks that are 5-6 times higher than what they are right now usually are low right now, you have the opportunity to invest in them. Well, 5-10 years from now, you're going to be glad that you did. You are. But you're going to kick yourself when you see you had the opportunity to invest low, but instead you went out and bought clothes and shoes, or you went out and you had a coronavirus survival party. Like, none of that stuff is going to help you 5-10 years from now. But you making sure that you're on top of everything that's going to catapult you forward will. The decisions that you make now, your future self will either thank you for or be mad at you for. Make sure you're giving your future self something to thank. So if anyone has any other questions, feel free to contact me. Leave me, a comment underneath this video. I'll be sure to get back to you. And until then, I just say peace to you, and I'm out.